Tax Minute. This is Tony Novak here to share a few points on how to stay out of tax trouble. Let's jump right in. Today's topic is if you don't have to file. So there are minimum requirements where some people have to file and some people are not exempt. Today we're going to talk about 4 reasons you might want to file even if you don't have to. And let me start by saying that is the conventional logic, that if you don't have to file, but you might get a benefit from one of these 4 reasons, then go ahead and do it anyway. All right. So the first reason is if you're applying for a loan, and particularly I've had a few churches like this. If you don't, a church doesn't have to file a tax return, but if you are applying for a loan or some type of grant program, and the lender or the grantor says they will accept a tax return in lieu of accountant's financial statements, the tax return is a heck of a lot less expensive than independent financial statements from an accountant, from a CPA. So that's one reason. Second, if you're an individual, perhaps a business or an entity, but mostly an individual that has had taxes withheld and you're entitled to get them back, you want to file. That's the only way you're going to get those that refund. That's a second reason. A third reason, which is often cited by tax problem solvers like me, is if there's any question whatsoever about the completeness and the legality and the tax positions and the accounting assumptions that are taken, if you file a tax return, you start the statute of limitations, which limits the amount of time that the IRS or state can challenge your positions that are taken. If you don't file, the statute hasn't started, and it can go on forever. That's particularly important in Pennsylvanians and that have a local income tax. If there's a local business tax or individual income tax, if you don't file, there's no statute of limitations. That goes on forever. And sometimes you see a mess. All right, then finally, there was a fourth reason. I have to remember what it was. Okay. Finally, is in a limited circumstance. If you're a nonprofit and you are not required to file a tax return, but you do elect to file the upgraded full, what's called Form 990 tax return, then people can look up, that is public information. People can search you online and see your financials. They can see who your directors are. They can see more information about your programs and objectives and what you've done. And that helps if you're applying for a grant or some type of funding for a nonprofit. So those are 4 reasons why you might want to file a tax return, even if you don't have to. We'd love to hear your thoughts, comments, or feedback through social media comments. And I can be reached one-on-one if you want to talk about a specific situation. Taxproblems.cpa has links to reach me easily. Otherwise, I'll be back tomorrow with another episode of Daily Tax Minute.